Ohio State Sports Network brings you Extended Buckeye Postgame, presented by Encova Insurance. Here's your host, Brandon Beam and Tim Hall.
It's a great night to be a Buckeye. Ohio State blasts Tennessee in the first round of the college football playoff, 42-17. I am Brandon Beam. He is Timmy Hall. Timmy, happy
good old Rocky Top,
college football,
Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Saturday to you, my friend. What's happening?
Hey, Beam. Panama Ted. All
like-
you fine Buckeye fans. That
like-
was a pretty good night.
Like that?
Was that fun?
It was fun. I think I had fun. Did you have fun?
Was that fun? Let me see. What time is it here? It's 12:51 in the a.m. We've been about hour and a half or so. So if the Vols fans got a little bit of a late start getting out of there, where would they be cruising down 71 if they decided to, and whether they're stopping in Wilmington, Ohio at the Holiday Inn, if they just wanted to blow past? I guess they should be getting around Cincinnati now, maybe to about the time where they head on I-75 south down towards Knoxville. Nice 5.5, 6 hour drive. Like mom and dad used to, if something happened and you just were ready to get home, we don't want to stay at the hotel. We just are going to drive through the night when the traffic's light. We're just going.
driving.
Yeah, we're heading on. We're going to press on. We're going to press on.
It's fun, right? That's fun.
It is.
That's a good time.
It's just a good old time. Good old time. I mean, the invasion didn't go the way that they thought.
Credit to them. I mean, it was a pretty impressive showing by the Tennessee fans. They were having a great time. Soaking in Columbus, which is a fantastic city. Obviously, you and me, we know this, Tim. We live here. We love it. It's a great college football atmosphere. It's 6 hours away. Your team's in the playoff for the first time. It's a, 6 hour drive. You want to see it and support your team, go to one of the meccas of college football. It's the Big Ten. It's the SEC. It's cold out.
I'm glad they came here.
Absolutely.
The ones that I interacted with seemed pleasant enough. They seemed very pleasant. I said it from the very beginning. I wanted all the Tennessee fans to enjoy the experience.
Yes.
Enjoy the process, not so much the results. I saw them in the Skull session. They had their own tailgate setups. I saw some that were out there having a good time, laughing. They were dancing around a Block M as well. Yes, sucks to lose games that you're supposed to win, right? I mean, you had Arkansas. We had Michigan. And we had some big wins. You beat Alabama. Here we were. This game, I think, went the way that most college football experts expected it to go, with the Buckeyes winning and you going home in defeat. Maybe not in the outrageous score that was on the scoreboard at the end of the night. So I'd say that Ohio State did a lot of things correct, and they were in the right mindset. They had their preparation, and they went out and they executed, Beam. That you don't know what that's going to look like when you have that kind of loss going into things and all the stuff that's being said. And there's a lot of negativity around the program. I was very critical myself of what had happened after that game.
For the last 3 weeks.
It's been tough.
We have been the most anxiety-filled fan base. If you were to poll anyone in the college football playoff, we're power ranking number 1 in the anxiety list.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
Yes. So
what happened?
Credit where credit's due. Good job, Ryan Day. Good job, Chip Kelly. Good job, coaching staff, all the way down to the very last player on this roster.
Absolutely.
That was a program win. That was a team win. That was complete, utter domination. And a fast-starting Buckeye team. That's a Buckeye team I like to know.
It's the first time and best start, I feel like, of the whole season.
Oh, are you kidding me? When have they scored 21 points in the opening quarter?
I don't think they have.
Scored 21 points against Nebraska. I mean, come on. That was a great performance, the way they started. Tennessee had that second quarter. They had about a 15-minute chunk in this game where they were competitive, and to do that going into halftime, that did make you tighten up a little bit. And credit to Ohio State, those third quarter Buckeyes, they showed up again. That's been a Buckeye team that we've known. The difference was you got them, you got a fast starting team, and then all in all, outside of that one drive late for Tennessee, this was a blowout. The defense was incredible, and they they got the ball to Jeremiah Smith. I really do think that is a big key. Even on that fourth down play, we were thinking, oh, my, why are they going for this on fourth down the way they've started this game? Oh, why are they throwing that route? Oh, okay, because it's Jeremiah Smith, and he'll just make a guy miss. You shouldn't have thrown that ball. It should have been that route. Like, that was not good, but he gets the job done. Gets upfield.
Incredible, right? I mean, we had talked about it a lot leading into this game. Get the ball to number 4, get the ball to number 2. Will Howard tonight was awesome, too, by the way. 24 of 29, 311, 2 touchdowns. Did have the one pick where it was 21-0. Could have been 28-0.
That wasn't a bad play.
Wasn't a bad play.
That was not a bad play.
It was a great play by the Tennessee defender.
Great play. Great play by Tennessee. That was a fantastic interception, and it was blatant pass interference by the other Tennessee defender.
Yes.
But whatever. I mean, Denzel Burke got away with a PI on the drive. The whole Tennessee sideline was calling for it, was arguing for it, and they're right. That was it. So that evened out. That guy had his toe down making the interception. So
close,
good play. And you know what? Will Brooks with the pick there, but I'm okay with that one because it was aggressive, and you're throwing the ball to Jeremiah Smith, and he's likely going to make that play or draw that flag.
Yeah. Absolutely, he is. I mean, JJ tonight, 6 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns. Was targeted 6 times, too. Didn't drop a pass. Like, it was as good of a day in the office as
only had one drop all year.
Yeah, and it was the first play of the season. And we all remember it.
Yeah,
and
it would have been a touchdown.
It would have been. It was an incredible night. 6 catches, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns for Jeremiah. Emeka tonight was fantastic as well. 5 for 81. Travion doing some stuff out of the backfield. What about the offensive line? I mean, I know that, Tim, we have spent so much time here in the course of the last couple of weeks talking about the offensive line and how is this going to look like, and the 3-man rotation between Austin Sareveld, Luke Montgomery, Taylor Chabot.
Yeah.
There was really
they said
no
this.
rhyme or reason to who was in. And to be quite honest with you, didn't notice the guards at all, which is a good thing when you're talking about the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, and I really think there were some plays in there where I just watched. Because this was a topic of discussion all week, so for 2 or 3 weeks too. I took some time on specific plays to just fix my eyes in there, and for the most part, I didn't see anything that was completely out of whack. You know, really, we went back after the show was done to watch a couple of the touchdown passes from Will Howard, and it was the first one, right, where Sareveld is playing left guard. I thought he did a great job. He did a great job on his assignment to give Will Howard, because in that deep, if you're going to be able to step up into the pocket to connect on a deep ball like that, you've got to get some good protection from that guard to not let that pressure up the middle
climb the pocket.
You've got to be able to step in the pocket so you can make that throw. And Jackson did a good enough job on Pierce, and Sareveld did a good job on his man so he can make that throw. And back to Will, like, he had a lot of just beautiful balls where you wondered whether that was the throw or the catch. I love those plays where you can have that debate where you can say to your buddy, throw or catch right there. And I thought on the first one,
catch.
It was the catch.
60-40.
Because he could have thrown it a little bit deeper. I thought his protection gave him enough time to climb a little bit more to get that ball maybe to the B in the end zone for Buckeyes. And it was maybe about 5 feet short. Jeremiah took on the contact. The Tennessee defender got there to him, and he just made the play, and that was great. And, you know, later on in the football game, he throws that other one, teardrop pass.
Throw on that one.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. The second one to Jeremiah, just a perfect ball. He had one to G. Scott Jr. on a nice little in and out route to the sideline. That was a great throw where G. Scott could actually just put his hands out away from his body and just pluck it and just softly catch a ball that was on a descent. It was great. He just had a great game.
Couple of balls to Carnell tonight, too, where he just hit him in stride. Yeah, it was a terrific game from Will Howard. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Always and forever, your Ohio State flagship station.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
473 yards of offense compared to Tennessee's 256. Now, we talked a lot of offense out of the gates. Let's talk some defense, shall we? The final score tonight, 42-17. Ohio State takes down Tennessee. Coming up next, we're going to be joined by linebackers coach James Laurinaitis as the Encova Insurance Buckeye Postgame Show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
Your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
You can join us Monday at noon for the next Jake Diebler Show, presented by Roosters. Good job out of them today, taking down Kentucky in Madison Square Garden. If you have questions about their game today against Kentucky or the upcoming matchup against Indiana State, you can submit them via X at OSU Coach or go to OhioStateBuckeyes.com. Click on the Jake Diebler Show inbox. Again, the final score today, 42-17. Ohio State takes down Tennessee. We'll be back as the postgame show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Toyotathon is on, and it's the perfect time to wrap up the year with a new, stylishly affordable Corolla. Now through January 6th, you can get low-rate financing or a great lease on a new Corolla or Corolla Hybrid. Lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE now for $219 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Kroger, an annual Boost membership just got even better. Now you can choose from Disney Plus with ads, Hulu with ads, or ESPN Plus on us when you sign up. Plus, enjoy unlimited free delivery, double fuel points, exclusive offers, and free items. Sign up for a Boost membership today. It's an easier way to save, including new streaming options to relax with while we deliver your groceries. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye Spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Now back to the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Back here on the postgame show, Buckeyes get it done 42-17 over the Volunteers of Tennessee. We are now joined by linebackers coach James Laurinaitis. Coach, first and foremost, thanks for the time as always. Second of all, what a performance by your guys tonight. 42-17. Incredible atmosphere over at the Horseshoe. Know you got to be proud of your Silver Bullet defense this evening.
Yeah, they played hard, man. They played really hard. They, the preparation, there's a long time that goes into this. 3 weeks to kind of starting to prepare for a team, and you put so much work into it. You have a nice game plan we felt confident in, and then to see the guys come out and start the way that they did. We knew we needed a fast start. That's the way everything went against up north. So to come out that fast, had a little adversity. It felt like maybe at the end of the first half, Tennessee started trying to get some momentum, challenge the guys at halftime to really start fast in that second half. They did, and really an unbelievable performance of the guys.
It was 10 straight points for Tennessee, right? At the time, it was 21-10. You guys are going into halftime. Tennessee's getting the ball back after half, so it could have been 21-17. But your guys bowed up there, James, and then all of a sudden, offense does their job. It's 28-10, and it felt like if that wasn't the nail kind of in the Tennessee coffin, that it was big-time momentum back on your side.
It was. When you're in these games and you're with you're playing an offense that has you to fast and put points up, you never really take a deep breath. So it wasn't really until it got to about a 4-score game. I'll breathe a little better, but you're not really relaxed ever when you're playing a tempo team like that. That's so talented, and just really proud of our guys. They played hard, they played fast, and they were getting after it. So, you're able to enjoy this for a little bit, and then as you guys know, you earn a right to the Rose Bowl. So a nice chance to get back at a team that obviously we lost to by 1 point.
Yeah, James, I'm actually looking at the drive chart, and I know you're going to study this, go over this when you have some time, but outside of the field goal and touchdown drive that Beam mentioned to close the first half, your defense did not give up a 25-yard drive until garbage time at the end when backups were in, and Nico got the last one. How does that feel? I mean, most drives are under 20 yards for Tennessee tonight.
I mean, that feels great, but, what you said there, we don't really care who's in the game. So, as coaches, you're going to go out there and you're going to figure out why the heck did we give up some explosive runs kind of there at the end. You always want to finish the performance off the right way, but obviously proud of the way the guys – it all starts with preparation, Tim, as you know, and I'm a big believer. I've had this quote up since I was in high school. My dad told it to me. I'm sure he heard it from somewhere, so I don't know who to give credit to, but it always says today's preparation determines tomorrow's success. So if the guys prepare hard and they go about it in practice, they go about it in the film room, usually that will determine the level of success that they have. It's like studying for a test. If you know what you're supposed to do, you can play fast. If you don't, you'll play slow. You'll be frozen. So the guys were prepared. I told them before the game I felt they were prepared. It was good to see it play itself.
Now, James, you were a hell of a tough player in your day. We all know that. An All-American. You've got your rightful place in the game. Had you ever busted up anybody's helmet before, like Cody Simon apparently did tonight? He cracked a guy's helmet in half.
What's funny is before the game, I said, guys, I don't care if we fit every single play correctly, if we hit the right gap, all that. All I want our mentality to be is that we're going to run out there and dent some face masks. That's all I want. Like, we have a mantra in our room. You can never go 1-for-1. I learned that from Luke Fickell. What's that mean? It means every single play of the offense has it drawn up to where everyone's blocked up and they can, have success for a touchdown, right, on an explosive play. You have to defeat your one-on-one. If you refuse to be blocked, if you don't go 1-for-1, then we have a chance. And I had no idea that he dented someone's face mask or cracked their helmet. But it's funny because that's why my challenge to them was that they had to do that repeatedly.
It was the first drive of the game, Coach, and it was Nico.
Nico.
Yeah,
it was Nico.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was the first drive of the game.
The clean hit, too.
I'll have to tell him that.
He is linebackers coach James Laurinaitis with us here on the postgame show. Coach, what about your defensive line tonight? I mean, those guys, Jack and JT, everyone, they were getting after the quarterback this evening.
Well, they're so talented, right? They're so talented, and they have all this ability, and they've been working really hard, and they're so skilled. They're such great guys that work at it. So to see that kind of fruition, to see them get after the quarterback, I think they were determined. They were determined. We all were, and it was good to see. I know Coach Jay does a great job with those guys, and so to see them come out and really just guys. I mean, think about our seniors, the guys that came back, the guys that had another opportunity to play here in the shoe and to go out this way with a win like this and an atmosphere like this. The shoe was buzzing tonight, and so what a great opportunity, what a great win for our seniors.
What was it like being in there with all the talk about the Tennessee invasion? I found it hard to tell the red and the orange. It wasn't like there was a section of orange that took things over. What was it like being a part of that when you took a look around up there in the stadium? And we certainly noticed when they all decided to leave. That was a thing. We could see when they wanted to get a head start on the drive back to Knoxville for sure.
I'll say this, the Tennessee fans, they showed up. I have no idea what the percentages were. You know what I mean? I have no idea. It was a little different, when you're traveling in from the road, you get to the stadium early, right? There's a tourist effect to that, you know what I mean? So when we came out for warm-ups, it was abnormal because you kind of heard boos, you know what I mean? Because they were already in the stadium. But as it kind of got filled up, you can kind of sense the pride of Ohio State Buckeye fans. And they were getting a little feisty and a little loud, and there was just so much energy when both teams ran out that I thought it was a great atmosphere for a college football playoff game. be able to host one, be a part of history, the first one, obviously the first game here in December. I thought it was awesome and really a well done job. And they traveled well, but at the end of the day, I think it just motivated our guys to send them home.
It looked fantastic from here, Coach. Always appreciate the time. Thanks for jumping on with us. What's the work week look like? I know you guys got Christmas coming up here. You got New Year's Day game coming up. Rose Bowl against Oregon. How great is that?
It's amazing. I don't even know what tomorrow's schedule is, to be honest. So we'll see how this all looks. All I know is that I'm grateful for this day. I can't wait to go home and celebrate with my family.
It's going to be great. Coach, always appreciate the time. Thanks for jumping on with us here this evening. Congrats on the win. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll check in again soon, okay?
All right, man. Thank you.
Linebackers coach James Laurinaitis with us here on the Postgame Show. Didn't know that Cody Simon cracked Nico's helmet on the first drive. Smoked him.
He does now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a photo that goes down. Someone got a shot of that, I'm sure. One of the photogs out there captured that, and that one is going to have some staying power. That's what I think.
Nico's a fun player, right? I mean, you and me and Ted here, we were liking what he was doing on the ground tonight. He was not having a great time at the beginning of the game.
No, I don't think so. It did take him a little bit to settle into the cold, and the first couple of big hits that he took, I don't think felt none too good.
I don't think they felt good either.
And, that's where you've got the advantage as the defense to be the aggressor.
Yeah.
Do the hitting, supply the hitting. That was one thing that was evident. With the start that Ohio State had, they had the energy. They had more of a desire that we want to be here. We are taking this cold weather as an opportunity. We are going to tell our brains that this is great weather. We're going to Jameis Winston this thing.
They had the pop, didn't they?
They had the pop. They were the ones that looked like they wanted to be out there, and they were going to have more fun executing and doing what they were preparing and what they were practicing.
I went outside this morning because my wife went to the game. We dropped the car off on campus way.
It was brutal out there.
I wore short sleeves.
Good for you.
Didn't wear a coat. I said, you know what? If they're going to do it tonight, I'm going to do the same thing.
You set the tone.
I did.
You did. I mean, we saw the Tennessee players out there shirtless before the game, but once that game started, it certainly felt like it was slanted to Ohio State. They were the ones with the energy. They were the ones that were hitting. They were popping. Sonny Styles had a big hit. Caleb Downs is always flying downhill. JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer. My gosh, man, those guys were wreckers tonight.
Yes, they were.
Those were the guys that we have been wanting to see their entire careers. And Sawyer, Jack specifically, has just reached a point where he has just had enough. He's just had enough. Tennessee guys on the sideline, I don't care. I'm going to be on the sideline. You're walking by. I'm right here. You got anything you want to say to me? Here I am. I'll talk right back to you.
Near pick six, too, for him. He batted that ball down in the air.
Well, he's getting good at that. He's got the interception already against Michigan. He was doing everything that he could do personally to make sure that they won that game. That's not on him. It's not on Jack.
4 sacks tonight for the defense, 6 TFLs. 0 given up.
3.5 came from those two guys, right?
0 given up by the Ohio State offensive line. 0 sacks.
None
tonight.
given up. None given up. 0 sacks given.
You will take that to the bank. Great all-around performance. Again, the final score tonight, 42-17. Ohio State takes down Tennessee. Coming up next, we're going to check your scoreboard from across the country as the Encova Insurance Buckeye Postgame Show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
What do football and finances have in common? The team you play with makes a big difference. Credit Union of Ohio is your financial team to help you save and spend like a winner. Whether you're looking to make a big purchase or find ways to build up your savings, you'll always work with a team player at Credit Union of Ohio. Navigate your next big money play easily through Credit Union of Ohio's website at cuofohio.org. That's cuofohio.org. NCUA insured, equal housing lender.
The Electrical and Teledata Professionals of Central Ohio, represented by IBEW Local Union 683 and the Central Ohio chapter of NECA, are proud to support our team for another electrifying season. Whatever your electrical and teledata needs, you'll be a winner by getting wired by our professionals. Spearheading these state-of-the-art services is our Electrical Trades Center in Columbus, Ohio. Implementing both classroom and on-the-job instruction, they assure continued top performance. To find an electrical and teledata professional, visit www.cohneca.org. We'll see you at the game.
Your Ohio State flagship station, The Fan.
Next up for the Buckeyes will be a rematch with Oregon in the Rose Bowl, January 1st, New Year's Day. We're going to be on the air from Pasadena with the Buckeye pregame show beginning at 3:30 p.m. Again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe, Ohio State 42, Tennessee 17, or the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show coming up in the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut, to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
For more than 35 years, Hyde Park Prime Steakhouse has been known by Buckeye Nation as serving the best steaks in the city. Our thick-cut, aged steaks have been a staple in Columbus with 3 locations, in Upper Arlington, Dublin, and downtown. Hyde Park is proud to introduce our newly added wine room at the downtown Columbus location, where a new elegance in dining will surround you. And coupled with live entertainment every weekend, Hyde Park will be the perfect setting for any occasion or the perfect night out. Hyde Park is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Go Bucks!
It's Bobby Carpenter. Join us Monday morning at 6 for the Morning Juice on 97.1 The Fan.
This is the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics.
Right down to the 1-yard line of Tennessee. Howard with the snap, hands to Judkins, going right side, penetrates the end zone for a touchdown. Quinshawn Judkins on a 1-yard run. He gets his 9th rushing touchdown of the season. The former SEC player, Quinshawn Judkins, transferred from Ole Miss, and his run has given Ohio State a 13-0 lead over Tennessee.
2 for him on the ground today, 10 carries, 34 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground for Trey today, 10 carries for 80 yards. I'll tell you what, man, Travion was running his mind out tonight.
This has been the guy that we've seen all year, Beamer. I don't know why we expect anything different. Yeah. And Travion has been a madman this season. I think he's been one of the most underrated players on the entire football team. I think he's been one of the best players on the entire football team. I wouldn't get outside the top 5 if we talked about best players overall on Ohio State's football team. I doubt I'd get outside the top 5 without naming Travion Henderson.
Well, he's been that good. Made some history tonight where he now ranks 5th in all-time Ohio State rushing yards.
What did he go get above Tim Spencer?
I believe he went past Beanie.
Past Beanie?
I think he did. I think he passed Beanie. I'm
fantastic.
Looking at sportsreference.com. He's at 34.96, which takes him up past Beanie.
That's fantastic.
He's got Eddie in his sights if he gets 80 more yards.
You know, and Jim said something, Jim Lachey on the broadcast, about how he started his career, like his first football game, because he was brilliant in his true freshman season. And then, you know, when you go for, I think, 1,400 yards or whatever it was and almost 20 touchdowns as a true freshman, your expectations for yourself are going to be pretty high. They're going to be sky high.
Right.
And then when you don't have the numbers like that every single year, you might get a little frustrated. And then some people start talking, right, about, I don't know if Travion is the toughest runner. Maybe he dances a little bit too much behind the line of scrimmage. But And from everything that you've seen from this guy, and you can go on and put on film of him in years past.
He did pass Tim Spencer.
He did pass Spencer? He's never been afraid of contact. I tell you what.
No, he hasn't.
He's never been afraid.
Conflicting reports on the internet, but he did pass Tim Spencer tonight.
Okay, well, Beanie is in 7th right now. So he was right past Spencer.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think he could have passed both those guys because Beanie's at 3,382. Spencer, 3,553. Travion Henderson, 5th, 3,576. And, yeah, you said Eddie. There's a shot there. There's a shot there with more football to be played.
Of course.
My goodness. You know, who knows? You could be up around Zeke with enough football games left. You need some 100-plus yard performances to go and get that.
Out of the backfield tonight, catching the ball, too. 4 for 54. Had the wheel route on the first drive of the game, which was, by the way,
great.
Ohio State offense, really good tonight. What I love, first play of the game, they went to that little motion screen to Emeka on the side.
They got Emeka moving.
We're going to the edges.
And you know what? Emeka does such a good job. I can't say I love those concepts the most. Like the football guy in me, I don't necessarily love plays that take you sideways and take your momentum towards the sidelines instead of upfield. I love when you can spread the field and you can maybe run that opposite where you take the X receiver, the guy who's lined up wide, towards the slot receiver, bring him in towards the line of scrimmage, and then you're moving sort of upward. And then you kind of get that rub route. If you got guys in man coverage, you confuse the DBs. I prefer that. But if you have the look, if you see the look, and a couple times, like they had this with Emeka. They had him winning in these routes tonight where he would get upfield. They did this a couple times where they needed short yardage. And Will was just hitting that throw. It's a timing route, right? The ball has got to be out. There's like a quick window where you have to throw that football or else you can't hit it. Yep. And he was good about doing that. And a couple times where Emeka was on the receiving end, he even turned upfield so quick that he's able to get positive yards. Where maybe a normal man would get 3 yards, he was making it 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. So it was good to see.
It was a great night from the Ohio State offense. Again, 473 yards, 42 points at the big board was pretty good. Buckeyes weren't the only team in action tonight, though. What'd you make of this first round here?
Bad.
Last
Not good.
Lane Kiffin also says bad, but he has been very quiet on Twitter this evening.
Well, he didn't do anything to make it better. Did he? No. He did. Lane Kiffin did absolutely nothing to make this opening round of the college football playoff any better. He and his Alabama buddies did everything they could to make it worse by not earning their way into this thing.
What a great scene we had last night in South Bend. Wasn't it? Snow, cold, battle for Indiana. It was great.
Kurt Signetti punting there at the end. You know what, though? He gave his explanation for it in the postgame. After I heard him talk about it, I at least understood it more. I didn't agree with the decision, but at least he stood by. Look, like our offense, I had no faith that we could pick that up, so why do it? I had more faith that we punt the ball, pin them, and maybe our defense comes up with a turnover, and then we can chip in that way. And they did score a couple touchdowns down the end. Who knows if they made that 2-point conversion?
Gets dicey.
Maybe the football gods give them that onside kick, and then they have a chance at a Hail Mary to do something.
27-17 final score. Notre Dame takes down Indiana yesterday too. Big congrats to the Ohio Bobcats taking down Jacksonville State. Actually, good second half performance by Jacksonville State. Bobcats were up 27-7 at halftime. Ended up being 30-27. Your college football playoff games today,
How about Navarro, though, with 111 yards and 3 touchdowns for Ohio, their QB.
How
Good
about
player.
Kevin Jennings Day today for SMU?
Okay, here we go. So it started with a pick 6. Oh, you never want that. So it's 7-0 Penn State. You gift them
Ohio
the early
State came
lead.
back from that exact situation.
Let's see if SMU is going to come back from that exact same situation. SMU's got the football here.
Jennings on a low snap, steps away from pressure, steps away, looks downfield, throws downfield, intercepted, 45, Tony Rojas to the 50, Rojas to the 45, Rojas to the 40, 30, Rojas to the far side to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Penn State, Tony Rojas with Penn State's second, big 6 in the first half.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that run back, what a call there. Steve Jones, Penn State, guys from Learfield. That 59-yard return was outstanding. You heard how long the clip took. He got behind blockers. He weaved. He zigged. He zagged. 14-0 there. The route was on 38-10. Penn State dismantles SMU. Shouldn't have been in the thing. Shouldn't have been there. Get him out. Rethink the whole thing.
Yeah, Kevin Jennings, tough day. 20 for 36.
Bama should have been playing.
195, 1 touchdown. Did have 3 interceptions. It was a rough day for the Ponies, was it not?
It was rough. Shouldn't have been there. Fakers. We're talking about SMU. Eric Dickerson's not walking through that door. Craig James isn't walking through that door. They're not driving that gold Firebird in here.
Need to apologize to Indiana for the way we reacted to that game last night.
Yes, we do.
We owe
You're
Chris
fine,
Signetti.
Indiana. SMU, you're out.
We owe them an apology.
Yeah. So we go on to Texas and Clemson. College football playoff first-round game at Darrell K. Royal Stadium. What a scene. You know, they didn't get the cold. They had a nice 61-degree day. They're hanging out at the Salt Lick, eating barbecue, having a great time. Matt McConaughey, walking around. Everything's all right. And then Texas goes out there. They seem to have control of this football game. Clemson makes a game of it, but how about this play by the Longhorns late?
Jaden Blue directly behind Quinn Ewers. On second down, handoff, Blue comes to the left side, broke a tackle, 30, 35. Here goes Jaden to midfield. The 40, the 30. Say goodnight to this one. Jaden Blue, 77 yards for a Longhorn touchdown.
Yeah, that was the big one there, Beam, and the call from Craig Way from Learfield. Some fourth down plays that were big in this football game, but ultimately, goal line stop, 38-24. Texas hangs on, beats Clemson.
Yeah, it was a fun one, I thought, down in Austin, Texas. So those were your college football playoff games today, and again, Ohio State 42-17. How about the Buckeye basketball, Tim? Let's give them some love while we're hitting the scoreboard.
Goodness.
Nobody had any thoughts?
What a day against the SEC, huh?
Weekend, you get blasted by Auburn down in Atlanta. You're turning back around. You're getting ready to go up to the Garden. Now you get Big Blue Nation in Kentucky. Hammer.
It's a big day.
The Wildcats.
Yeah, that's a congrats to Jake Diebler. I know a lot of the fan base has been on you too. It's very, very, very early for that. And you know what? You guys had to own some of that though. It wasn't just Auburn, it was Maryland, and those weren't just defeats, those were just bloated scores where you're thinking, what is going on? I mean, down by 40 points in both of those basketball games at Maryland and basically at Auburn, but that one was in Atlanta. But unbelievable, it's a top 5 win.
85-65.
That's
you beat
a
them.
top 5 team. I think Kentucky is national championship good.
Yeah.
They're a great team, and under Mark Pope, new guy taking over for Coach Cal, he has got them focused and configured in a good way, brought in some good transfers. They're really good. That's an outstanding win. Aaron Bradshaw was back. He played well. Bruce Thornton, a 30-piece. My
8
goodness.
of 13 from the field for Bruce. 13 of 14 at the line. 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 30 points. Only 2 turnovers as well. Good job, Buckeye basketball. 85-65 victory over the number 4 Wildcats of Kentucky. Again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe. Buckeyes take down Tennessee 42-17. Coming up next, we're going to hear from head coach Ryan Day as the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Toyotathon is on. Our biggest event of the year is better than ever with our biggest and best selection, including the best-selling Toyota Camry. It's all hybrid all the time with available all-wheel drive. Now through January 6th, you can lease a Camry LE from just $259 a month for 39 months with $32.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
When you share your food, you share your heart. So what's on your table this holiday season? Save on your festive feast at Kroger with delicious deals on all the holiday classics. Or wow the crowd with something new, like a quinoa stuffed butternut squash. It's sure to add a pop of color to your spread. How about a sweet potato casserole with a crunchy oat streusel topping, made with care for the sweet tooth and the savory tooth? With Kroger, fill your table with love and watch as your guests' hearts get as full as their bellies. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye Spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We got a rematch of Ohio State and Oregon in the Rose Bowl on January 1st. You can join us for our bowl preview roundtable show Monday, December 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. Tim Hall, that's you, Tim. We'll be joined by our broadcast team of Big Daddy Paul Keels, Jim Lachey, Matt Andrews, and Skip Mossick from Pasadena. That's our Rose Bowl preview roundtable show Monday, December 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. Again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe, Buckeyes 42, Vols 17. More of the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show coming up on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hello, I'm Ross Bjork, Senior Vice President and Eugene Smith Wolf Foundation Endowed Athletics Director at The Ohio State University. In partnership with AEP, Donato's, Kroger, The Ohio State University, Wexner Medical Center, Huntington, and 10 TV, Ohio State Athletics strives to inspire the community to make a positive impact on children and families in our great state through the Buckeyes Care Initiative. Show and share your support in the community by using the hashtag BuckeyesCare.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Go behind the scenes of one of the most recognizable landmarks in all of college athletics with a tour of Ohio Stadium. A seasoned redcoat will be your guide as you make your way through walls of the stadium, into the press box, and onto the field. Upgrade to the VIP package and get special access to the band center and the Ohio State home locker room. From corporate outings and school groups to single-person tours and small families, Ohio Stadium Tours offers a variety of options and pricing that will meet your needs. For more information, visit OhioStateBuckeyes.com and book your tour of Ohio Stadium today.
Hear every Buckeye game every year. The Fan. Now back to the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
First and 10, Ohio State and Tennessee's 22. G. Scott, who made that catch on the right side of the line. Howard's going to sail that one to the left side toward the end zone. Caught Jeremiah Smith. Touchdown. 22 yards. Will Howard to Jeremiah Smith into the left corner of the end zone. And Ohio State's lead has grown to 27-10 over Tennessee.
Throw. Catch good. It was the throw.
Throw.
It's the throw.
Yep. Anytime you just put your hands out and all I'm doing is extending my arms about a foot from my body, that's all you have to do is put your arms out like that, and the ball is going to be there, and it's a touchdown pass. That's a throw. Now, I mean, Jeremiah Smith runs good routes. He runs under that ball like
he's
no one I've ever seen.
He's a freak, yeah.
But we give that one the throw award right there. Oh, that was just such a beautiful, beautiful pass. Really was. What a hot start. What a hot start for these Buckeyes. And then the way that they came out in that third quarter when they had to, that score being 21-10, you didn't know how that was going to go. You needed to see the response. Yeah. And they came out and did it again. It was like the tale of two games, really. It was the hot start, and then Tennessee making that push towards halftime, and then Ohio State starting it up again. James Laurinaitis told us they challenged the defense. Defense did the job. They didn't give up and we talked about this in the call too, they didn't have a 25-yard drive given up outside of the two where they scored, and then the one at the end, which was, come on. I know, like, you don't want to give that up, even when your backups are in, but it was 42-10.
Yeah.
Game was over.
Game was done.
They it takes something back to Knoxville with you.
I thought it was interesting, Ryan Day, after the game tonight. Obviously, the senior class had a lot going on, right? A couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. You lose to Michigan, have the whole flag planting situation. You get another opportunity to be at Ohio Stadium for what you know is your last game here. And they took advantage of that tonight. And Ryan Day was just talking about the senior class.
You know, I'm proud of our seniors for a lot of reasons. One, for the fact that they were able to finish their last game at Ohio Stadium with a win like that. And I'm also proud of the way that they responded. And I told them in the locker room that in life, you're going to be defined by the way you handle adversity in life. As a person, as a man, as a dad. And so, to see the way that they responded in this game, you can tell from the jump that they had a look in their eye that they were going to go win this game. And I thought they played that way. So a lot of football ahead of us. Great win. But we're going to enjoy this for 24 hours, and then it's on to Oregon.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Also, one of the comments that I liked from him on his coach's show, they did a lot of media, right? And it was getting to a point where we're like, let's play. Let's play.
Let's just
press conference today, press conference tomorrow, offense, defense, coach's show. Let's play, right?
Let's kick the ball off.
He said, we're going to do whatever it takes. And you might look at that as one of the, that's a coach speak comment. But what I took from that is you take the script and the game plan against Michigan and how they just couldn't bring themselves to adjust.
Yeah.
They just kept telling themselves they had to run the football on that Michigan front when it just wasn't going to work that day. I took that as whatever we have to do. If one of our guards isn't playing well, we got another one that we're going to rotate in. We're going to keep rotating them to keep these guys fresh, to keep getting them reps, because we know that we want to have more life in this thing. But whatever we have got to do, we're going to win. He talked a little bit more about that, just leaving no doubt tonight.
That's it. And even there were a couple points in the game where, there's some couple calls and, different things where, in the past when you have one of these games that comes down to the last play, you can look to those as game-altering plays. But when you leave no doubt, nobody will talk about those plays because we did. And there was a few opportunities in this game to do that very thing. Fourth down stop. There was, again, that those drives right there in the third quarter that I felt like allowed us an opportunity to pull away when the defense was getting stops.
Yeah, it was just a good job, a good collective job by the team, and their best players got to help win this football game for you. You put your best players in a position to go and do it, like we just talked about with Jeremiah Smith. I think he's the best player on the football team, even as a true freshman.
Yeah.
He got to beat both those touchdowns, too. He beat both of their top guys. He beat Gibson on one of them and Jeremy McCoy on the other one. It was just beautiful to watch and to see how Jack Sawyer and Tuimoloau were able to dominate. Mm-hmm. All their best players were in positions to go and win you this football game tonight.
Again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe, Buckeyes 42, Volunteers 17. Coming up next, we're going to wrap things up, handouts and Buckeye leaves as the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show continues on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Buckeye fans celebrate all kinds of game day traditions. The most delicious ones begin at Giant Eagle and Market District, where you can always enjoy the perks of game day. Get ready for kickoff with fresh and prepared foods from Giant Eagle and Market District, or fuel up and grab snacks and drinks on your way to watch the game. You'll earn perks and save no matter where you stop. Giant Eagle, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a Buckeye, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce. And jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. One love. Proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Always and forever your home of the Buckeyes. Home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Buckeyes are known for paying it forward. That's why Buckeyes Care strives to serve the betterment of our community by positively impacting families across Ohio. Join American Electric Power, Donato's, Kroger, the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center, the James Cancer Hospital, Huntington Bank, and WBNS TV in Columbus in supporting this cause at ohiostatebuckeyes.com/Buckeyes Care. Again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe. Ohio State takes down Tennessee 42-17. More of the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show coming up on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
We have acres of brand new Chevys, Chryslers, Jeeps, Dodges, and Ram vehicles, as well as used cars and trucks that you're looking for at the Jeff Weiler Columbus Auto Mall in Canal Winchester. And if we don't have what you're looking for, we can find it at one of our 23 other locations. So come shop the lot or view over 2,000 cars right at your fingertips at JeffWeilerColumbusAutomall.com. Plus, use Weiler Direct to see monthly payments, value your trade, and get pre-approved. Rooted in family, driven by you.
Things are popping at Al's Delicious Popcorn. With over 80 flavors to choose from, we have something for everyone. From classics like caramel cashew, white cheddar, and our famous vanilla butternut to new flavors like chicken and waffles and spicy barbecue. They are all made fresh and they are all delicious. Visit us online at alspopcorn.com or come see us and experience the best service in town at 1500 Bethel Road in Columbus. Al's Delicious Popcorn.
Get ready, Buckeye fans. Donato's just added something special to the pizza playbook. Introducing Donato's new Block O pizza. Donato's golden thin crust cut in that trademark Block O shape, loaded with crispy pepperoni, smoked provolone cheese, and Buckeye spirit. It's the perfect pizza for game day or any day in Buckeye country. Now get a Block O pizza for just $10 with any pizza purchase. Order today with the Donato's app or at donatos.com.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. This is the Encova Insurance Buckeye postgame show on the Ohio State Sports Network, presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State athletics.
35-10, Ohio State's lead over Tennessee. 2nd and 10, Buckeyes at the volunteer 24-yard line. Travion Henderson remains a tailback to the right of quarterback Will Howard. And a give to Henderson, snaking his way up the middle, bumps left side off of blockers, gets loose to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and into the end zone. Travion Henderson, a 24-yard touchdown run when it seemed like he was boxed into a bad situation, but he rolled to the left and took it to the house, and it's 41-10 Ohio State.
Didn't just seem like he was boxed into a bad situation. He was in a bad situation, and then he made the best of it. That was the exclamation point. At that point, it was 42-10. Buckeyes give the ball back. Another touchdown for Tennessee. 42-17 ends up being your final. But
I just like that bad. I don't know why that just hit me. Paul saying he was boxed into a bad situation. I don't know. I got Pulp Fiction vibes from that.
I like Jim laughing in the background.
Yeah. I thought Bennett Christian, even though it didn't work up there initially, Bennett Christian had some fierce blocking on that play, and I think gave Travion the opportunity to bounce that thing to the left. And then Shabola had a nice crack on number 7 for Tennessee to help spring Travion and let those quick feet start moving. But the acceleration that he had. Pew! My goodness. Just so good.
A hurdle in there tonight.
Such a good player tonight. And all year.
Yeah, he's been terrific. All right, let's do some Buckeye leaves.
It's time to hand out some Buckeye leaves.
Offensive line tonight. I mean, come on. We've been talking about them for 3 weeks, right? Interchanging guys, rolling the 3 dudes at guard.
Yeah, Luke Montgomery coming in there and having some good plays.
Austin Tager
doesn't go unnoticed.
All 3 of them.
Josh Fryer had to be big. Donovan Jackson had to be big. These ends for Tennessee could definitely pose some problems. Yep, and just so many guys on Ohio State's defense. Before I go there, though, we never talk about this guy, but some of the short yardage stuff, because 2 1-yard touchdown runs, don't think we're not seeing you, Patrick Gerd.
Yeah.
Patrick Gerd, when they get into this offset I formation, when they're in these goal line packages, we see you out there, lead blocker, always putting a hat on somebody. Great job.
Absolutely. It was a great job tonight. Tight ends, really good. G. Scott Jr., good tonight.
Get in the passing game. Yeah, had a nice route, and one of the pretty passes and catches of the night involved G. Scott Jr. Had another one up the middle. That was nice. Really good job. How about the play that Emeka made? he had another one of those balls where we were analyzing the throw. Will Howard had a pass rush, so I think he knew that Emeka was running up the field wide open. So let me just throw this ball because Tennessee's linebacker just has to bail and run. Mm-hmm. He's not going to be able to make the pick. He's just flying back there trying to disrupt it. So maybe I hit him in the back, but I got to get this ball out there. And Emeka had the concentration to catch that thing. It almost hit the player, hit Tennessee's player in the back, but it got in. It was a big play.
First drive.
No, I think that was the second drive because they hit
JJ was the first touchdown.
Jeremiah Smith had the first touchdown catch, yeah. But it got him inside the 5-yard line. It was a huge play.
Will Howard, Buckeye leaves.
Yeah, Will over 300 yards.
How about this?
311?
Everybody on the offense, Buckeye leaves. Everybody in the defense, Buckeye leaves.
I'm
JT,
good.
Jack.
I'm good with that.
Safeties. Lathan had a nice game tonight. Caleb Downs is all over the place again.
Who at the end of the game, you and I loved a play from one of our depth players who's going to be good in the future. Bryce West.
Yeah.
Young man. That was maybe the best technique we've seen all season of either Denzel Burke, Igbinosun, Jermaine Matthews. Ooh. That was just fantastic. And again, I think it was against another a Tennessee freshman. I think it was one of their freshman receivers as well who was trying to make the play there. He was empty in the box score, so I'm not seeing him here because of that. Because Bryce West had the breakup. But that was beautiful there in the fourth quarter.
Absolutely it was. Buckeye Nation, Buckeye leaves, right? I mean, you guys went out full throat. My wife was texting me. She goes, there's some things going on before the game. So, yeah.
Tennessee fans,
absolutely.
Buckeye leaves.
Absolutely.
It's not college football without you guys. We understand that. We're not going to sit here as the crazy Buckeye fans that we are and not acknowledge you in the way that you are.
Round of applause for you.
Yeah, round of applause. Thank you for coming up. We certainly appreciate it.
Loved the SEC chants tonight. Those were great.
It was great.
It's fun and game, yes. Right? There's a give and a take.
No, you know how it is. We don't want you to win, but I hope you had a good time in our lovely city. It is a great town.
How you feeling about Jan 1?
I don't know. Jan 1.
Yeah, how you feeling about Jan 1?
You feel a lot better right now. You feel a lot better. Look, this is going to be special. This is going to be as good as it gets.
Yeah.
It stinks for Oregon that they get thrust into a game like this. This is your prize for being 13-0 and the best team in college football. You get to play a Buckeye team that's now confident. And you beat them by 1 point earlier in the season, so they got even more incentive to go and get you.
It's going to be a fun one.
I feel better than I did when I made my bracket originally.
I feel better than I did at 8 o'clock this evening.
It's going to be fun.
Timmy, I had so much fun today. What do you say we reconvene probably around, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, January 1st, New Year's Day?
Just 60 more minutes, and you could be talking about a trip to the semis. You're good enough.
How good is that sound?
You're good enough. You're talented enough. You can find a performance that will beat Oregon, no doubt about it. Please go and prep. Figure out a way to do that.
Have a Merry Christmas, right?
You too. Merry Christmas, everybody. Thank you for listening all season long. I'm glad we get to do it again.
The executive producer of Ohio State Radio Sports is Skip Mossick. On behalf of our studio producer, Panama Teddy Holbrook, and for Timmy Hall, I'm Brandon Beam, inviting you to join us Wednesday, January 1st, as Ohio State will face off with Oregon in the Rose Bowl. We're going to be on the air with the Buckeye pregame show beginning at 3:30 p.m. Ohio State football has been brought to you statewide by Bob Evans Farms and by Encova Insurance. Once again, the final score tonight from the Horseshoe. Buckeyes 42, Tennessee 17. Thanks for listening. This is the Ohio State Sports Network presented by the Ohio State Wexner Medical Center, the team physicians for Ohio State Athletics. This has been Buckeye Football from Learfield.
And brought to you locally by State Farm, your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, and by the Diamond Cellar on your home of the Buckeyes. Live and local weekdays beginning at 6 a.m. with Morning Juice on the Fan. Ohio Sports.